Hello everyone, good day. We are gathered here today to report the controversy about the retraction of Dr. Rizal. I am Cristel Bolongaita, and together with me are the rest of the Group A members. Our discussion are divided into 4 sections, which are the introduction, the body, the conclusion, and the individual realization. So without further ado, let's get started. Introduction. One of the controversial issues in the studies of Dr. Jose Rizal's life and works is the historicity and factuality of certain actions that are allegedly performed by Jose Rizal himself before he was led out to be executed. More specifically, his alleged reconciliation with the Catholic Church and the retraction of his Masonry adjuration. But first, let us define what is a retraction. A retraction is the act of withdrawal of something that has been disclosed or any considered actions that expresses the change of a person's insight, perspective, and even their emotions. And as for our personal knowledge, some of our group members knew that in connection with the state of Jose Rizal, that links to retraction has something to do about his published literary works, which are the Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, are retracted and opposed to Spanish government and the Catholic Church. This controversy creates havoc up until in this present time, since there are also links that connect to other controversy, such as his marriage with Josephine Bracken, which makes it more intriguing. Since we are dealing with a significant issue who have been a part of our history, we will exert every effort to bring this shady controversy to light. Moreover, as we create this paper, we won't be able to find the answer, thus solve this long-old controversy, as there are still many historians and academicians who are attempting to solve this mystery. However, we will discuss this thoroughly, and the answer lies with the readers themselves. Now let's proceed to the body.
In the last few hours of Dr. Jose Rizal before he will be executed at Bagong Bayan, there is a retraction document that was presented and must be signed in order to administer the sacraments he needed. According to Father Balaguer, the Jesuits handed the retraction letter, but he didn't accept it due to its language. It is too long and it does not reflect his personality. And they handed a shorter version that states, I abominate Masonry as a society reprobated by the Church. Also, the Jesuits allow Rizal to revise it, saying, I abominate Masonry as the enemy of the Church and reprobated by the Church. Rizal signed the retraction letter and submitted to the Archbishop Bernardino Nozaleda through Father Balaguer. And these are the texts written in the retraction letter of Dr. Jose Rizal. I proclaim myself a Catholic, and in this religion in which I was conceived and taught, I wish to live and die. I withdraw with my entire existence, whatever in a way that would sound natural to me, works, distributions, and lead has been in opposition to my character as a son of the Catholic Church. The retraction of Dr. Jose Rizal makes it a controversy because there is no proper evidence that Rizal wrote it, especially that many people do not believe that he would not deny the Masonry. The retraction is one of the requirements of the Catholic Church to have marriage with Josephine Bracken, and the time that the family of Rizal wants the original copy of the certificate of the canonical marriage, there is no copy that has been handed, and that situation is questionable.
Rizal's retraction has no effect regarding his status as a hero, as this has nothing to do with the revolution. It only affects his Catholic faith, which was non-existent since he was a Mason in the first place. Dr. Bayana also argued that Rizal's retraction was just him renouncing his Freemasonry and not from his nationalistic work. He added that Jose Rizal was just another human being and he was prone from flip-flopping or backing out from his principles. Rizal's retraction resulted in heated debate and confusion among historians, Catholic Church, and Filipino people. Until today, the Catholic Church insisted the authenticity of a document while historians debunked their argument. However, some Rizal supporters viewed his retraction a moral courage to accept his mistake. They considered his reversion a true faith to return from the ideas of his family. Being a Christian, instead of diminishing his stature, it increased into his greatness.
Up until now, there are still debates about whether Dr. Jose Rizal have retracted or not. As stated by Cavana, the Jesuits whom Rizal is with in his last hours. One of his Jesuits is Father Vicente Balaguer, who wrote extensively about it. In his letter to Father Pai, it is stated that Rizal have retracted. Although there are news and reports about Dr. Jose Rizal's retraction, there are no presented physical copy of it. People like Friedrich Stahl didn't believe the Jesuits because of this. The Jesuits promised Rizal's sister, Trinidad, to let the family see the original copy, but it did not happen. In the year 1935, Father Manuel Garcia found a document that he suspects was the retraction letter of Rizal. This was confirmed to be true by a handwriting expert, saying that it is truly Rizal's handwriting. This didn't last long when Dr. Ricardo R. Pascual concluded that it is fake, saying that the 1935 document have different spellings and construction of words compared to Father Balaguer's version. Though there are documents saying that Rizal have retracted, but there are still people who believe that he didn't.
Knowing and answering the controversy open up a new door to expand our knowledge, gain awareness, and critical skill that will apply in our present time. Also, it helps to be objective, present logical, and reliable representation that rather than subjective.
For the conclusion, we conclude that after a thorough research, we concluded that Dr. Jose Rizal retracted his Masonry and reconciled with the Catholic Church. However, the existence of anti-retraction league claims that they still regard it as a pious fraud has been acknowledged. Nevertheless, every situation he has been gave him the strength to empower more Filipinos. He doesn't have that superb title to begin with, but he worked so hard to gain trust and sympathy from the people that he met. The attitude that Jose Rizal has had is the kind of attitude what the Filipino have, and it is an honor to each and every Filipino student like us to reminisce his life and to remember how great he is. Jose Rizal might have his reason for signing it, but if not, then it might be the friars and must held responsible for the forgery.
For the individual realizations. I've realized that even if you're a hero and do good deeds for the country, if you're not liked by whoever that opposes you, you'll face consequences, even if it's for the wellness of the country and its people. We've always heard that we have human rights, but when we use them, we are always misunderstood and accused of being against the government. To think about it, we were saved by our heroes from previous generations because we are forbidden from doing many things we do now. Yet, the government and the church are acting similar to the Spaniards, forbidding us to know the truth from the writings, filtering details that would somehow affect them in every angle. They want to protect and justify it by accusing you of someone you are not simply because you are curious about the facts. It could be used in politics today. If they truly honor Jose Rizal's actions, they should make an effort to recover all of his writings and uncover all facts for everyone's peace of mind.
My realization is that the controversy about Dr. Jose Rizal has become an issue, regardless of its reliability and whether he wrote it or not. Knowing this, I realized that Rizal's retraction has no bearing on his contributions and achievements for our country. Regardless of the accusation, he remains the man we all know. Every Filipino's heart and mind will be filled with patriotism and nationalism, as well as love for his country and countrymen. He will be remembered as a national hero, and his work has served as an inspiration, motivator, and a catalyst of change.
Whether real or not, I realized that no matter how many people make an issue and trying to ruin Rizal's reputation and desolate all his works, it will absolutely not affect the way we perceive Rizal as one of our national heroes. Perhaps because he was the first one who stood his ground and fought with our enemy, which then eventually resulted in revolution. Without him, we may still be colonized by the Spaniards up to this day. And furthermore, what is focus on and how he enlightened the Filipino people against inequality and injustices.
And that concludes our presentation for today. Thank you so much for listening. And again, we are the Group A, and we are greeting you a happy holidays.